Hello everyone, today I wanted to talk about content as a mean for establishing credibility. And establishing credibility is not about going out there and be like, I'm so great, I know everything, my product is great, my service is great. You establish credibility, in my opinion, by adding value. Why by adding value? Well, because let's say you are a bartender like I used to be, right? So I'm not gonna make a video saying, look at my cocktail. It's so great. It's perfect. It's got the finest scotch. It's got ice from a glacier. It's got bitters that are made from the finest herbs. That is not adding value to anybody. That's just me bragging, okay? It's completely different, and it's actually, for example, what I did. I created a series of educational videos in which I would explain how to make cocktails that seemed like they were hard to make, but they were actually not that hard to make, and you don't even need all the tools. You can play some of the tools. So I would tell people that were aspiring bartenders, people that wanted to be a bartender but were just starting, they didn't have enough money to buy the tools or the recipes. I would tell them, hey, don't worry, it's not as hard as it seems. It's not as hard as some people want you to believe it is. Because guess what? A lot of bartenders are jealous. Like every person, we all have insecurities, and bartenders have their insecurities as well. And they wouldn't share recipes. They wouldn't tell you how to do it because they were afraid. I don't know. Insecurity, right? So for example, what I did is I came up with these 1 minute 60-second videos in which I would show you how to make a cocktail with or without the tools, right? So how does this establish credibility? Because the people, they will watch the videos and then they would try to make the cocktails and then they will have some sort of result. And a lot of times they will reach out to me and be like, hey, I thought it was harder. I didn't know I could replace a cocktail shaker with Tupperware or whatever. And when you do this consistently, not only you prove that you know what you're talking about because you are helping people grow, you also establish something else, which is this guy is not afraid to share. He doesn't need this. He's not dependent on a certain secret or whatever. So people tend to respect that a lot more. And also, teaching is a great way of learning. It's weird, but when you teach something, when you prepare to teach something or show something to somebody, you end up knowing more about it than you did before starting. Why is that? It's funny. I think it's because when you do something after a long time of doing it, you just do it. You go through the motions. You don't really think about it, but when you explain it, you have to think about it. You cannot just tell somebody, hey, go through the motions. They don't have the motions yet. They have to learn, and in order for somebody to learn something, you have to be able to explain it, maybe in steps. Maybe they don't have the vocabulary or the terms, so you have to find the right terms. Sometimes, for example, when I'm a BD guy, I do BD for IT firms, and I'm not that technical. So sometimes I need SMEs to explain stuff to me, and I tell them, explain it to me like I was 12 years old, right? Because they are so advanced, so technical that for them, talking to teaching, saying something like I was a 10-year-old is actually the way that I can comprehend it. It also helps me think, right? Because if you are good at something, then you are able to explain it. If you are not able to explain something, then you're not that good, right? Think about it. So it's Friday, so this video is short. I don't want to get my ear warm, but I can tell you this: use content to establish credibility. People are gonna be more willing to hire you, to trust you, to buy from you if they see you as a figure of authority in whatever you do. And the way you do this is by, again, adding value. It can be educational content. We talk about informative content as well. Not everything has to be you teaching. Sometimes you just give your insight or something that happened. Your opinion is valuable as well. if you have experience. And sometimes if you don't have experience, it's valuable as well because it's a fresh perspective. So again, the spirit of content is consistency and adding value, at least for me.